All right, hello, Speed Gamers. Welcome to the final race of the Link to the Past Randomizer 2024 tournament group stages. We have a tiebreaker to determine the final player to make brackets from Group AB between Zaphikel and aurabot, playing Add Keys with Boots. I am Gilgamesh, joined today by Drossi. Hello.
Yo, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, this should be a good one. So yeah, we've past 3 weeks we've been going through all these group stage masters, and now this is it. This is the last one, and then we will have our top 64 brackets set.
And there are 15 other people who will be impacted by this match because if Zaph wins, he will be the 57th seed. If aurabot wins, he will be the 64th seed. So the 7 people between them are impacted, and the 1 through 8 seeds are impacted by who their opponent is.
Yep. So after this match is over, bracket will be determined, and then you'll start seeing those matches pop up on the schedule shortly after. But for now, we're going to focus on this, playing a little Add Keys with Boots. The default mode for the tiebreakers here. One of the 3 modes in this tournament. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's all dungeons, key sanity, and you start with Boots.
Yep. And as is standard for key sanity modes these days, it is 100% locations. As we find the Moon Pearl in Link's house, that's a nice early find.
Yeah, Zaph is doing this just to mess with me because I hate this start, but...
you told him in the race room before we started, don't do anything you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
aurabot doing a more traditional start here. The only problem with aurabot's start... Oh, CT small. Nice to get one of those down. The only problem here is you have a limited number of places to find bombs or 50 rupees before you go to CAC.
Well, you have a guaranteed spot to find bombs because you can.
Oh, right. You get
the money is a little more potentially an issue, but you will always have bombs. And people being 4 packs, we will have plenty of bombs.
Yes. And meanwhile, Zaph found a glove in Saha's hut, so in less than a minute, that's 2/3 of our Dark World access.
Immediate back of escape check here, I'm guessing.
Would make sense. I did not catch what was that lumberjack.
That was a shield, so we do not need to worry about that.
Okay, so hopefully we will get a hammer or another glove and be able to put off Agate Tower until the very end.
Alright, let's see. Anything in the back of escape here? Bombos could be useful. In the future, not immediately.
Early health isn't something you're going to complain about either.
So yeah, both these runners, they went 3-3 in the group stage. This group actually almost very nearly had a 4-way tie. If one match went the other, if the last match of the group went the other way, it would have been a 4-way tie with everyone going 1-1 with each other. But
yeah, that would have made for the first ever 4-way tiebreaker race in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't even get any 3-way tiebreakers this year.
Not this year. There is one Challenge Cup.
Oh, okay, nice.
I believe either yesterday evening or earlier today.
But yeah, Jammo by sweeping Captain Bublo. Oh, there's our other glove. Okay, we are going to get super early Dark World.
Oh, man. I do not like super early Dark World.
CAC Portal sitting right there.
Yeah, I don't think you do it. I think you want to clear your Sphere 1 stuff first before you dip into a Dark World where you can't complete anything.
Yeah, unless we get handed like a sword and a fire rod. Then you might start to wonder.
Even still, I would be like, yeah, give me a sword and fire rod and a Thieves' Town big key and like a bunch of other stuff to make this worthwhile. But yeah, do not have to worry about, well, probably don't have to worry about Aga. You still, there's still items in those 2 chests in there.
And there's 300 rupees in a Desert Big, which is a nice find to get out of the way. I feel like Desert and Eastern Bigs are the 2 most annoying big keys in AD.
They're all annoying, actually.
I don't know, Pod Big Key never quite seems to be as annoying, perhaps because you have to search for so many smalls that...
I don't know. I feel like it's either Pod or Eastern Big Key for me for Go mode and Fuse modes.
Oh, Zaph never did the tree pull, I just realized. He only just got his first bomb out of that bonk. And aurabot did get a cape from the bottle vendor. So, while we don't need to beat AGA 1, that could be indicative that there might be something in one of the two chests of AGA 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It gives you the opportunity to just get those checks out of the way when you decide to do Hyrule Castle. Because now we have access to both of them.
Looks like aurabot is having some buffering issues here.
Yeah, a little bit. Hopefully we'll get caught up here in a minute. Almost there. There we go.
Okay, what is on race game? Oh, our first sword.
Nice. Okay, we'll take that.
Yeah, definitely a nice early find, especially
All right,
since we're here anyway.
I'm gonna beat my drum here again. As soon as as soon as you have a weapon and you can full clear it, do Hyrule Castle.
I mean, that early cape and Hyrule's Castle Tower small key, I feel like they're pointing to an early lamp.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that's part of the yeah. We can get not only can you get everything in Hyrule Castle, but you can get both items in Castle Tower right now as well. Like it's a pretty efficient play to just do that.
And there's aurabot's Moon Pearl. He'll probably he might do his South Shore checks. No,
Yes,
he's going to the castle.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody listens to me.
Man after your own heart.
So yeah, they're gonna get these uncle checks, all the items here in the front of the castle, and then presumably both checks in Castle Tower. Thank you to Pod. All right.
See, told you Pod Big Key was never a problem. More bombs because, of course, they always show up when you don't need them.
Yeah, the only thing that would make this better right now is if we had a mirror to do the avoid the death warping, but it's fine.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter how you do it because you're gonna death warp from here and then you're gonna death warp from Dark Cross.
Yeah, I don't think it makes a huge difference. There might be a slight efficiency boost if you do Dark Cross first, die, and then poke out of the left entrance. So when you take the Death Warp at Ball and Chain Guard, it just spits you right there. But I don't think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Now, of course, these two chests are out of logic without the Sewer's Key, but we don't really care. Zaph doing a more conventional South Shore route, because he's doing everything you wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would still do South Shore. I would just do it after this.
Eventually.
I actually think doing South Shore... So the only reason I would hold off on South Shore is if you're planning on water walking to Zora area to get the waterfall chests, I'd rather have money before going there because Zora himself is actually in logic.
Oh, there's an early shovel, and Zaph is going to the desert area, scout the ledge, check out Aegina.
Alright, kind of getting spawn chain guard a little off kilter here, trying to preserve the green guard so he can do a death warp, but it's fine.
Or maybe Zaph isn't gonna scout the ledge.
No, he's doing Agina's Cave because I would never do Agina's Cave.
Right, no, but some runners like to scout the ledge before doing Agina, but once you're doing Agina, you're not walking back out.
I don't think you need to worry about the ledge in this mode. It's like, if you're going to get the book, you're going to come over here and check it anyway. But Zaph does get money, so has Zora money available, which is nice.
Yeah, so now there's definitely an argument for just doing the South.
Yeah, fitting Moldorm into Ice Run Cave and then Zora area stuff.
Ooh. Zaph being no nonsense with bombos takes a bit of time. Hey, Bill, you were saying about that mirror.
Should have done Dark Cross first. I'm a little surprised aurabot's not gonna do the tower there.
I would think you mirror and do the 2 checks on the tower.
Yeah, although so with mirror you can loop that in now with pyramid ledge, so that's an option as well.
Yeah, and Zaph finds our first bottle and Eastern Big, so we are getting the tough big keys thrown at us, thankfully.
If you can get there, oh, there are ways. You can get there, believe me.
I'm wondering what the shovel's gonna have.
But yeah, that mirror will be nice to have if Aura ends up going in. Like, if Zaph goes into Dark World before doing Hyrule Castle, that'll be a nice boon for Aura.
Yeah, definitely helps with routing. Of course. We also do have that little thing where our only Dark World access at the moment is Cack Portal.
Right.
So you kind of hope maybe you can turn up a hammer somewhere in here. Maybe it's on Sick Kid.
Zaph is using Ubaneko. Come on, Allison, you don't know that?
I'm not actually familiar with the game. It's a nice track, though.
Alright, so Zaph's going to go ahead and get these Autologic Waterfall checks. Oh, don't get crabbed.
Okay. Aurabot makes it in.
Powder, interesting.
Magic
With that mirror, we can check it. Oh, well, no, it's not on Logic.
Not Logic, right. Need a fire source to put it in Logic, but still. And
well, a fire source and Flipper, which is Logic.
Yeah, we don't really have the items for Splash Delete.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. You're gonna want to come get that sooner rather than later, I think, but unfortunately, we just have to leave it for now.
Well, Aurabot is leaving the whole Zora area for now and just doing Hobo.
I think that's a reasonable play as well. If you so Aura doesn't have the money for Zora at the moment, and the rest of the stuff is not in Logic, so I think that's totally fine.
Where's Zaph off to now? Is he just going over to CAC to check Sick Kid and then use the portal? Yeah. Is running out of Thieves' Tomb faster than saving and quitting?
I don't know.
And aurabot also out of logic without a lamp, but climbing Death Mountain, and we can get into Hera with that mirror.
Yeah, this play I don't like as much. There's really not a whole lot up here we can do. Like, you can't beat Hera, so this is only like a 2 items checks on Hera. We can't get to East Death Mountain. I mean, yeah, you're getting the save and quit spot, but I don't know. I don't think this is where I would be headed if I was Aura.
Yeah, I'd rather press the mirror advantage in the Dark World. Not that Aura knows he has
yeah,
a mirror advantage.
right. Aura
but...
doesn't have that their mitts yet, so
Oh, right, he still hasn't been to Saha.
yeah. But I think I would have checked that before this because again, this mountain trip is pretty meager as far as checks you can do. I'd rather have something else to get me a little more density up here before coming up.
Oh, and Aura freezing again. Buffering.
Buffering?
Yeah, so really, the only remaining check now is this one up here.
Small key to Ice Palace. I love a good small key to Ice Palace, but that's not really doing a whole lot for us.
Helps with routing once we get there, but...
Right.
And I guess, like, once we get the mitts, we can fake Flipper and use Bombos to get in, but I don't think you'd want to do that.
Alright, so Aura's going to get their mitts here. The question will be if they decide to go into Eastern or not after getting them. It's a tough call, but I think I would probably bail on Eastern.
There's TR Big. We have... Wait, did Zaph not get his Pod Big? I can't remember where Pod Big was. Was that in the castle?
I think it was on Uncle. Yeah.
Oh, Uncle. Makes sense. I was going to say, between the two runners at least, we have 4 of the 7 hard-required big keys.
Okay, so Aura was thinking about it, decides to just save and quit with that Dark World access, and just gonna go into the Dark World. Which I think is reasonable.
Yeah. Though since he didn't do Waterfall Cave, he does not have the powder. So neither runner will be checking Magic
Nobody's
Bat.
checking Magic Bat on this Dark World loop and losing their portal to do it. Like, no chance.
It's interesting that Zaph prioritized the cape to check Bumper Ledge, but hasn't done Agate Tower.
Zaph hasn't done Hyrule Castle at all. Which,
I know.
I mean, Zaph is doing exactly the stuff that I would not do, so he's living up to his promise. Once again, I'm asking people to do Hyrule Castle and add keys.
He'll probably do the first 4 of Thieves here.
Waiting for 2 smalls for CT? That is turbo greed.
Hey, there's our lamp that we knew was likely to show up.
Alright. Lamp's good.
Yeah, it just seemed, especially in light of the mirror, as we get the book out of Brewery. So...
Yeah, I mean, Aura will have the option to check Bombo's tablet. Can't get the item on it, but...
Can scout Desert Ledge. That is, we can always scout it.
Yeah, we can go into Desert.
Yeah, if something good is on Desert Ledge and you scout it, you are going into Desert. And I guess in any case, there are 2 items in Desert that we can get. Actually, 3, we have the big key. You were saying about only being able to check bombos.
Well, now we can get bombos.
And aurabot already saving time by not having to wait for the death warp. So Zaph will do Shovel Game and then probably take the Smith on a world tour.
Do you grab the Smith here? I don't know, because like you don't have an easy way to get back to Kakariko.
But you don't have the hammer, so you're going to be limited in what you can do here.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, he could do, like, I don't know, Hyrule Castle.
Ooh, aurabot's getting to combo Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. Zaph has orphaned Graveyard Ledge.
I mean, it's not really orphaned. He can do North Dark World stuff over to Catfish or some nonsense later, but
It's junk anyway.
but yeah.
Now, Aura could definitely do the full Smith chain just right around. Have to skip hammer pegs.
Yeah, oh yeah. In Aura's situation, doing Smith Chain makes a lot of sense with the Mitsubira. Like, you would be silly not to do it, I think.
Yeah. And Zaph has nowhere to go after Hype Cave unless Hype Cave turns something up.
Yes, Tower 2. Okay, whatever, dude.
Blue.
Fine. Just greet it. Whatever. It's fine. It always works out.
Imagine that an
Unbelievable.
80 keys seed where we won't be in a CT
That's-
small hunt.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just are a huge luck sack, and it's fine. Also, we got a fleet.
Again, that lack of a mirror will be inconvenient for Zaph. Because you want to check Meyer area, but you can do a lot more there with a mirror.
I mean, I think it's going to be hard for Zaph to ignore the Hyrule Castle area now with that second Castle Tower small.
True, and the lamp puts everything in logic. And the Smiths gave us Quake, so... decent chance Aurabot can get into Meyer once he gets his flute.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know if you necessarily want to think about dipping it quite this early.
It's not the worst play in the world if you can get in. I mean, you can get 6 checks there. That's, you know, we have 1 small, so 4 of those checks are in logic. It's, I think it's a super reasonable play.
Unfortunate routing on R's part. He returned the Smith, then realized, oh yeah, I can't take the purple chest or they won't let me do the dig game with a follower, so he had to go down and do the dig game. And this is why you usually see runners do the dig game before returning Smith.
Alright, well, let's see if we have Meyer access. I totally missed it.
That
He's
was
fast.
really fast.
Bombos? Alright, well,
Okay.
we'll go into Meyer here, I think. Oh, now we have an
Especially
extra
with that
check.
big key.
Well, now you have to, or
Nope.
you don't.
Zaph is just being Zaph.
It's fine. I love extra saving quits.
Okay, Zaph finally doing the castle area, so maybe we'll see what those 2 CT chests are.
I would be pretty upset if we didn't. There's
Actually,
literally no for Zaph not to do them here.
at that point, you just beat Aga since you're here and you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, like if Zaph doesn't do Aggie here, he's gonna hear some words.
And that'll, of course, be our logical East Dark World access. Ooh, Aura checking our 5-6 here. Desert and Hera. Zap setting up the death
yes, I love it. I mean, obviously, yes, he should be doing that, but it's gonna be funny.
Well, I mean, I guess Aurabot now has both CT small, so he can just do Castle Tower.
All right, I don't know. Oh, okay, he's setting up the mirror spot. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, okay, he can mirror to that. That makes sense.
That's probably minorly faster than mirroring back to the main entrance.
I am interested to see if Purple Chest or Bombos give us anything.
Well, it's a big no on Purple Chest.
Yeah. We kind of knew what Hera was. Oh yeah, chat pointing out that Aura did not use the invisible chest glitch.
All right, $1.
And not scouting Desert Ledge.
No, I think doing Athena first here is okay. It's a little counterintuitive because walking out of here kind of sucks, but also, like, you could find a fire rod in here, or you could find a desert small in here, or you could find... Oh, okay, so never mind.
Or you can just ignore that we have... I mean, well, he does have the flute. He realizes...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can get in there with Biomire area anyway, so...
But looks like
that's fine.
The runners are converging on Castle Tower.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to leave these checks forever, especially when they're in logic. Like, we could theoretically have a better gear set later on to do the tower climb, but, you know, it's fine with Master Sword.
Well, oh, half magic, nice. Might as well give you something to waste your channel points on if you want to predict blue balls.
Oh boy. It should be 0.
Yes, I know. With the Doors branch now, you can force 0 blue balls, and there's a movement in AD modes to advocate for that.
I mean, half magic is nice. Not necessary, but we'll take it. Yeah,
so nothing actually required in here.
Yeah, so this actually makes me a little suspect about, like, pod.
Oh, right, it is our logical East Dark World access, so Pyramid Ledge, Catfish,
because you normally wouldn't get both Castle Tower Smalls. Obviously, it can happen, but it's not typical to get both Castle Tower Smalls this early. Now, going to pod with 0 small, I guess Aura has 1, but Zaph doesn't have any. So that's not ideal. but neither player has been an Eastern either, so...
True. Can combo that with the mirror. Maybe we even turn up a bow at some point.
Get your bow in the first chest of pod, and then, you know, beat Eastern.
Please, it's going to be a bow-locked bow. We got a green goo, so we can easily potion glitch. Trying to remember. Did Aura get the pod key on Death Mountain?
Maybe.
Trying to remember how he has a small and Zaph doesn't, because the small certainly puts more stuff in logic. What have we seen? One blue ball so far? Two?
However many we've seen, it's been too many.
Because it was more than zero. Okay, it was two. A lot of people bet on two.
Compass on Pyramid Ledge. Don't care. Okay, I don't... I don't know. I think you just do catfish there, but...
At a minimum, they're both out of there. What the heck?
I think Aura, you definitely do catfish, because Aura already did Graveyard Ledge. At least Zaph can do Graveyard Ledge to catfish, potentially, but, like, Aura has no reason to ever go to catfish now.
Yeah, what's he hoping to do now?
Not go to catfish.
I mean, I guess, has he not activated the flute yet?
I also don't really get this mountain play for Zaph, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he can check Ether.
Sure.
That'll be something over Aura. And it kind of makes sense because the mirror and flute have made book irrelevant for desert, so you kind of wonder if there's something on a tablet, and we know from Aura's side that Bombos isn't it. And yeah, Aura's now going to do Mire and Desert Area.
Alright, well, we'll get to see Ether Tablet. We already know that Zaph's not going to pick anything up in Hera, because Aura did these two available checks already. Oh, Ether is on Ether Tablet.
Nice and vanilla. I feel like we've been seeing quite a few vanilla tablets lately.
I mean, we might need that later. To be determined.
At least we know we can get into TR when the time comes. Her precious ice small. Finally seeing that desert ledge.
Flippers.
What do you know? Something kind of important.
Ice Palace, anyone?
Puts Magic Bat in Logic.
Yeah, I'm kidding, by the way. I would not do anything else right now.
Puts the first chest of Swamp available.
Also, it gets us that big key on Desert Ledge or Zora Ledge, which is the thing that I'm more interested in than the rest of
Right.
that.
How many 300s have we found at this point? Like 4 of them?
Well, yeah, it seems we're good on money. And Aura checked Zora too, I think. Or was it Zaph that checked Zora? It was
Zaph checked Zora and knows
yeah,
about the big key. Aura hasn't
Oh,
been
yeah.
there at all, but I imagine he will. Ooh, blue mail. Zelga would be happy. No blue mail until after Mirror. And oh right, we can beat this.
Yeah. You're here. Might as well. This could be, you know, your Samaria or something, let you clear Mire.
I mean, Master Sword isn't that great a way of fighting land mode, but you're here, as you said. Yeah, so for tiebreakers, the funny thing about how we got here is both of these runners literally split with everyone in their group, including each other.
Uh-huh.
So what is it, 8 slashes or 4 spins?
That sounds right.
Not a
Oh,
strat
nice.
you often see.
Good clumping
Getting
here
used.
from the Lambos being able to get a bunch of hits.
Yeah. Yeah, the clumping's nice.
Alright. We're the first one done there, and rewarded with a small key to GT. No thanks. I mean, sure, but also no thanks.
I mean, the first one helps. Oh, that was the second one for Zaph? And Aura? I guess I missed the first one. So you gotta check checkerboard here. Or did we already go in there?
Aura did checkerboard.
Okay.
I don't remember if Zap did.
So Aura's going into Mire, which also makes sense. 7 checks. Including 5 in logic. Kind of hoping for vanilla or French vanilla Samaria here.
I mean, you're hoping for a hammer here. That's what you really want.
Also true. We've wanted a hammer for a while. Hammer's probably sitting in the first chest of Swamp or something ugly.
How about more money?
1776. Okay, cutscene's 2 smalls away from being in logic, but You're here. And in any case, both runners are doing it, so it'll cancel out. Also, no fire rod, so we get to see it the way the game actually intends you to do it.
Wow, nice art piece.
9th heart for Aura.
Pod small, sure.
I mean, you do want a few. Are having a bit of trouble setting up the rail clip.
I
gives up.
don't even bother with the rail clip if the
Yeah.
fire bar doesn't play nice.
Yeah, Zaph is lucky enough to have the fire bar out of the way.
Alright. Map, not what we're looking for. Nor is $20. Tempered sword. Okay.
Take it.
Yeah. Turbo punished for doing Landmo first. Wow, nothing.
Yeah. I mean, well, the pod small and the tempered were both somewhat useful, but yeah, it doesn't really get us anything.
Alright, Zap gonna go in and check desert stuff. Or, no, Zap already did desert stuff. Just kidding. What is Zap gonna do? What is Zap gonna do?
The rest of Smith Chain, like Purple Chest and K45 and Bombos?
Yeah, I guess. You're leaving hammer pegs that way.
Or sacrifice your portal for Magic Bat because it's now in Logic? Nope, he's going up. Graveyard Ledge to Catfish?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this here.
I just realized Agate Tower wasn't even our logical East Dark World. We could get that from the flippers.
Yeah. Aura's got 2 pod smalls, so we can clear out most of the items in here, and then we have the option to mirror. Oh, nice hammer in the first chest of pod. Wow.
French vanilla, of course.
All right. Well, now we can beat pod.
If we get a bow.
All right, we still need a bow. Well, we'll definitely get a bow. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but we only have 2 smalls, so if we go to the back, then we don't have a small key to beat it.
Not if you do what Aura's doing right now, which is...
if he keeps doing this. Because what if the bow is like in Stalfos chest or whatever?
Alright, so Zap's is going to do Catfish Mirror and get that big key on Zora Ledge. I like not leaving that forever. I think it's good for him to get back here and grab this.
And I always appreciate Catfish.
Debatable. Okay, I appreciate Catfish. Wow, imagine if Zap had just done Catfish after Castle Tower.
Right! As Aura has found Mushroom in here. Slowly it's coming together. Bow and hookshot are kind of the big things, and then of course we need 2 rods.
Still quite a number of keys away as well. We have 0 TR smalls at the moment. No, no, don't do this. Oh, okay, no, we're fine. Okay. I thought Aura was going to do something. All right, what is this big key? East Town. All right. We take those.
Yeah, that's all of our hard required big keys except for GT.
Yes. I don't know about this.
I mean, you have to do it sooner or later. And tempered,
Yeah,
and
but you could like save it till later. Like maybe you get the desert small or something later. I guess I don't know.
Hey, there's another potion, so we can potion glitch the right side again if we really want to get to Stalfos chest.
I guess Zaph doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is okay. It's. I was thinking ice, but we don't have the ice big key yet, so I can see putting that off for a little bit. We do have an ice rod.
No,
oh no, Zaph doesn't have a hammer. Never mind. Zaph doesn't have the hammer yet. Zaph didn't go to pod.
Oh, our first TR small. But yeah, no ice rod hunt, no CT small hunt. What is it with the seed?
Yeah, no, my brain was on hammer. I had forgotten Zaph hasn't been to pod yet. Yeah, okay. With that knowledge, this is fine.
And R's out, doesn't want to spend the second pod small, and doesn't want a potion glitch.
I think you just spend the second.
Yeah, I mean, that just is actually in logic. Oh, and we see Eastern's a pendant here.
Oh, wait, did Aura not do Stalfos Basement?
Aura did not do Stalfos Basement.
Why have so many people been doing that this time?
He's afraid there are no more pod smalls and he'll never be able to get the Helm of
I have seen people skip that chest so many times this tournament, and I do not understand it. Alright, Zaph doing cower strats here on Vidi.
Oh, that was a nice quick Vidi fight.
And another TR small.
Okay. And another GT small that we really don't need.
I also see that Eastern has a pendant here, so we know 2 of our pendants now.
Yeah, and only one more check left in Eastern. Zaph, I guess, is gonna do Thieves out of logic, or he still hasn't done Purple Chest and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I do think pod is something that Zaph should really start looking at, especially with 2 small keys.
Oh, Mirrors out. This is, I think, gonna be a Magic Bat check. And aurabot not going into pod and just leaving that Stalfos chest.
It's a decision.
Of all the possible decisions, that was one of them.
It's sure.
Well, it looks like he's going to Catfish now and we'll get his Samaria.
All right, Zap really should just go to pod now, I think.
Yeah. Well, we turn in purple chest and all that.
Well, yeah, no, obviously no. Don't the purple chest go straight to pod.
Oh, right. Check mushroom while we're out this way. Forgot about that.
Oh, Zap, please. I know. This is going to be I don't think this is a good call.
I mean, pod does seem like the better play. It's a lot of items.
This is like unnecessarily orphaning the Thieves' Town big chests. Or we're doing something else?
If
he's going to pot, this can't be. Oh, no. This what?
I mean, that's the only thing around here. K45 and Bombos, and maybe the first chest of Swamp while we're at it, as Aura gets his Samaria.
I'm gonna be very upset if this actually pays off.
So, first to Bombos. And yeah, R's getting all the flippers checks now at once. He'll be able to spend some of that money that's burning a hole in his pocket. Okay, Aura going to East Death Mountain now. I guess it is a fair number of checks. We can do a bit of Dark Death Mountain, too. I don't think Aura hovers.
Yeah, I guess this is... Alright, let's see. What is... Oh my god, dude!
Well then.
I'm mad.
Zaph had no right to have that payout, but he's Zaph. Well, it sure gives Zaph a lot to do on the mountain. But he still doesn't have Hammer.
No, he does not.
So we're not going into TR.
Which is, which is fine. Like, he doesn't want to get distracted by going into a TR dip right now anyway. Like, he's still going to get to pod sooner rather than later. Like, pod is still the best option for Zap after finishing this mountain stuff.
And we didn't need the vanilla ether for anything. I like that. Powdering the bombable hole. Wall, rather.
Fire, yeah, okay.
Where was TR big?
Oh, ice, okay. Good. So now we have ice. Now we have Hera.
You just don't want the Hera Small to show up if you can help it.
I mean, I'd rather have it show up now than later.
But yeah, that swamp is ugly. You have to go in without the hook shot.
Yeah, what's even sicker is like the swamp small could just be a GT or something too.
Well, there's another pod small on Floating Island. Oh, right, swamp is pendant. Little high five and super bunny here.
Is that going to be able to get these hookshot cave checks?
And then he'll do Hera, which will open up Pyramid Fairy.
Would it? Yeah, I suppose it would, wouldn't it? Although Pyramid Fairy is not a lot to get without the Desert Small, so I'm not sure that I would be in a huge hurry to do that.
True.
Alright, Hookshot Cave is hot garbage.
Yeah, aurabot not missing anything. He even got the fillet.
Like I said, hot garbage. Alright. What is Aura up to here? So Aura opted to avoid the TR dip. I actually think Aura should have gone into TR there. At least do the first, like the front.
So this is beatable ice for aurabot, and the hook shot would even put it in logic, though aurabot doesn't know that.
Okay, so TR small for Zaph on Moldorm.
Which means we know where 3 of them are, so we could beat TR, theoretically.
No, we have the big key and the small key. We don't need to hit the switch. Don't hit the switch.
Old habits die hard. Zaph really needs to go to pod for the hammer, though.
I would be very surprised if Pod was not Zaph's next
There's
next
GT
trip.
Big in ice.
All right, good. We have all our ice routes already.
What if pods are
So
third pendant in both Bowser and GT or something?
I mean, stranger things have happened. All right, I am surprised Zaph is not going. Okay, so I guess Zaph's gonna do back of Stolas here first. With that fire rod. Yeah, this is fine.
And maybe actually check ped.
I mean, realistically, can anything even really be on ped at this point?
Our second bow.
Yeah.
Thieves small. Desert small.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're really concerned about this. But yeah. Logic-wise, yes, but... Yeah, I mean, well, yes, but there's also very little that could be in GT at this point anyway. Like, I think realistically, Swamp Small is the only thing that we could care about in GT. But we'll see.
Well, again, possibly if pod is our third pendant, then both bows could be in GT.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, boss fight.
But GT Big is logically behind the hook shot.
Yes, correct. So hookshot cannot be on the climb. We did it.
Well, I mean, that could help aurabot, no. Down goes Cold Stare. And ice is a crystal.
Steph, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, you don't remotely have 3 pendants, and it's just a shield. Maybe he was trying to read pet from behind.
Is this just trolling for restream? This is finally going to be bad.
At best, we'll see Fighter Shield this seed, alas. For those of you joining late, there's a shield on Lumberjack. We're not getting it.
Alright, Aura's going to go back in here to clear out the last item in Misery Mire and collect the crystal. So yeah, Zaph has a fairly clear path at this point, at least for the next couple dungeons. You know, you do pod, what you can do in pod. Maybe you dip Eastern. Zaph still hasn't been in Eastern. And then he's got a full clearable ice in front of him after that.
And we'll find out if Aura left anything in Stalfos' chest.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Actually, Zaph has 4 small, so he'll probably do Harmless Hellway as well. Yeah, you absolutely do the back before you potion glitch the right side when you have this many keys. And Aura on to Vitreous, so this will be his second dungeon. just realized his timer's been stuck for a while, or else he's going to set an amazing record for 80 keys.
Yeah, this is really fast. Okay. Alright, so this will be Zaph's Ice Rod. So yeah, once Zaph gets a hold of one more TR small, that's a clearable TR.
I think that TR small is here, yes? Or was this a GT small?
Oh,
yeah,
there it
was
is.
the
Yeah,
TR small. Okay. Couldn't quite remember if that was TR or GT.
Let's just leave pod. Why would we check this last chest? We don't need this.
Well, I think he'll potion glitch and do the right side as well. But yeah, if this is something, then Aura's really in trouble.
Nope, that's
Nope.
nothing.
I mean, it puts Moth in logic, but who cares?
Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, that's actually a good point about all 6 GT or all 6 pod smalls being needed for GT. I hadn't considered that because we know that the Ice Rod is locked behind all 6.
Oh yeah.
Although I guess Zaph doesn't know that.
Well,
TR's a
either.
yet.
Oh right, Zaph hasn't been into Eastern. He doesn't know it's a pendant, but he's about to find that out. And then we know that either pod or TR has to be a crystal.
Oh, he found desert map behind 6. Okay. So yeah, that would also do it.
That's where TR big was. Okay. So Aura can now clear TR if he wants to. Actually, that might not be a bad idea for Aura, combo Hera, and TR.
Well, Aura's gonna need a TR small. Or was that a Moth? Or something? I'm not sure where the third one was.
Thought it was on Moth. Now I can't remember where the third one was.
Pod small was definitely Magic Bat, yeah.
Yeah. The Magic Bat is now much more
Oh,
easily
Moldorm was TR small, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's right.
So Aura would have to go up the mountain to do Hera, and then in the process discover, oh, I have enough small keys to do TR.
I don't think that's the worst play in the world either, honestly. Like, you have a beatable Hera, and it's fine.
Right.
Like, what else are you doing right now?
Beatable Crystal in logic.
Yeah. And then once you get that small, then you just say, okay, I'll go into TR.
But yeah, until Aura goes into Swamp, I'd give Zaph the edge. I mean, maybe TR has the Swamp small and Aura's just gonna be fine.
I think the real problem is if that Swamp small does end up being in GT. I mean, man, I don't know. It's tough.
Down goes Moth, so we're even on the dungeon count. Oh, Thieves is our third pendant.
All
Okay,
right.
Zaph
Well,
has
with that knowledge, I am okay with doing Thieves Town now because we don't really care about that small key as much.
Yeah.
It's like Aura is going to do Thieves Town.
Also means we definitely have to find a bow somewhere not in GT. Speaking of GT, Zaph about to grab his GT Big. Oh, this is going to be our first look at hammer pegs.
Small key to pod.
Well, as we know, Ice Rod is behind all 6 of them.
Yeah, I mean those it needed to show up. It was going to show up, and here's another one that's about to show up.
Yeah, so that'll get aurabot up to 5, which is enough to full clear it since we've already hammer yumped.
Well, once we get a bow.
Right. But we haven't seen the vanilla big key chest yet. That could be the bow.
Yeah, this is interesting routing in Ice Palace for Zaph.
Considering Zaph's routing so far, are you really surprised?
Wow. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Imagine bombing the thing when you have the hook shot. It's fine. This is. Wait, he didn't hit the switch and he's still. What is happening? Okay, you know what? All right, we're just gonna forget that Ice Palace happened.
Zaph, I think you've broken Gil.
I thought he had hit the switch, and that's why he did the route that he did. But he didn't hit the switch, so this is nonsense.
Okay, here's our first look at the back of Thieves from Aura.
Red mail, whatever.
Yeah, wasn't in logic anyway.
What is that for here? Surely this is not Zap doing Pyramid Fairy.
Well, I don't know what else is here. We can't get into Swamp any further. He has so much money, he wanted to spend 100.
I am not a fan of this.
Does make you wonder where Desert Small is. Probably TR.
All right, blind down for Aura. Oh, big key to Skullwoods. Well, I guess you're right there.
Yeah. Might as well check it.
Nice Meyer compass. Wow. We did it.
What do you know? It was junk. But hey, the fairy's giving us fairies. Zaph doing the mushroom turn-in makes sense.
And it's just a bow and TR. Let's be real.
So what's Aura gonna do now? The mountain?
I mean, Aura, you should. Yeah, I mean, Mountain is the best play for Aura. They can do Hera. They can after they do Hera, they'll have the 3 TR smalls to do TR.
It's impressive that the hookshot isn't costing them anything yet.
I mean, I don't think it's that impressive. Like, hookshot cave is the only thing that was realistically gonna have. Like, hookshot doesn't actually lock a ton. Yeah, it'll become a problem later. Okay, yes, it costs them now by having to go up Death Mountain the slow way.
Yeah, but it forces him into Hera anyway. I mean, he's going to have to do Hera the slow way.
Yeah, no, it actually would have been better if the hookshot locked something important early on for Aura, because then they would have gotten funneled to it.
I think Hera Big Key was on the mountain, right?
Yeah, I think he was in Paradox.
Sounds right. And in any case, since Moldorm has the 3rd TR small, this works out doing this before TR. Are not going to attempt the bomb jump and just going to get the big chest of vanilla away.
Nice Meyer map. Nice TR map.
Is that a vanilla TR map? Or is vanilla the other chest?
I don't remember.
There's our 6th pod small. At this rate, a bow could be in pod big key chest.
Stranger things have happened.
Oh, great.
Neat.
You do not want to see that in Key Sanity.
That's fine.
I mean, I guess while you're up here, if you haven't found anything else in TR, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, go to Hera Basement so you can get TR4, so you can come back and get Lava Chest to get your bow. Easy. All right, and nice compass.
Are remembering that he doesn't have the hook shot and going around the way the game intended for the torches.
Nice compass.
We're just racking up the maps and compasses here.
All right, 4 more checks on laser bridge.
And these are in logic, so we could get our 4th TR small here. At which point I believe it's prudent to mirror and check lava chest, yes?
Depends on how aggressive you want to get. I think if you're just assuming your swamp small is in GT, which seems to be the likely scenario here, I think you can just keep it.
Well, I'm wondering about the bow at this point, unless it's in Pod Big Key Chest. Or I guess on Trinex. We haven't seen Spike Cave yet, have we?
No, I actually think it would be prudent to do Terra Basement Spike if you're PR. Because, like, what else are you doing?
Yeah, running out of places for the bow to be.
I mean, Zaph hasn't done Back at Thievestown yet, but only one of those items is logic for him.
Right. And the Thieves Small could be in GT.
It could be.
Yeah, so I guess if Swamp Small is in GT Basement, the problem for Aurabot will be the double dip of GT.
I would actually not be surprised if the Swamp Small is actually in Terra Basement here, because I feel like we're still a few items away from being put back in logic, and there's really not that many checks left. So something has to open up a number of checks.
What do we need to put us back in logic?
Well, we can't get into GT without another TR small.
Right.
And then we need the Desert Small.
But another TR Small would also give us Lava Chest. So basically, TR Small, Desert Small, and Bow.
I also have been keeping super close count of maps and compasses, so I don't know if we have all those from all our crystals.
Oh. Well,
Just
that's
saying.
all Swamp. That'll be good news for Aura. He still has to go in without the hook shot, take a leap of faith that way, but at this point, with so few checks, I think if you're Aura, you do go into Swamp without the hook shot.
Yeah, that's actually a good find for, or should be a good find for.
Right, he's so low on checks, I have to imagine he does Hera Basement.
We keep Swamp. Perfect.
Hey, we can full clear
The whole
Swamp while
kit.
we're at it.
All right, so we know we don't have to touch GT Basement, which is great. We love that. And yeah, there will be a bow here in Swamp, and then we're in go mode.
I mean, I guess. Well, the fourth TR small pretty much has to be here. I guess the bow could be in Lava Chest or Pod Big Key, but yeah, most likely.
Yeah, I mean it's most likely the two keys we're missing plus bow are just in here.
Oh, right, Desert Small as well.
Yeah.
Right, bow could be on Right Side Desert.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there are still places that bow could be, which are silly, but most likely we will find one in here.
And from Zaph's perspective, he really just needs that bow.
Yep, as soon as Zaph gets a bow, he is ready to finish this out.
Well, and I guess Aura's gonna be in the same situation. He'll get the Pod Small, the Swamp Small. I have to imagine he then goes to Swamp. He'll get the hook shot.
Yeah. The problem is Aura's just behind a little bit right now.
He's done Back of Thieves. Zaph will still need to go there.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
So I'm not actually sure who's ahead or behind.
Depends how on the way this bow is, and assuming aurabot goes right to Swamp after this.
Right, maybe he does Out of Logic Pyramid Fairy, though if you're down there, you're going to Swamp first, I would hope.
I would think so, yes.
Vanilla Compass. Yeah, I think you have to go back in for left side swamp if the bow isn't in the back here.
Right, there's a small.
Yeah. Which is 2 items, but so is left side. So probably left side swamp and then right side desert.
Yeah.
At least desert's easy enough to get to.
Alright, so hopefully Aura just goes straight to Swamp here.
Seems likely.
But yeah, like a Swamp clear versus the Thieves' Town, like Zaph is still a little ahead.
Yeah. Ooh, very nice. Zero Cycle Phase 2.
Oh no, why are we doing Out of Logic? Pyramid Fairy, no!
Yeah, barring Zaph screwing something up, I think this gives him enough of an edge that it would be hard for R to come back. It's like a minute wasted for Aura, but at this point in a close race, a minute's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if Bo is on left side and Aura does left side first, that'll save a little bit of time. I don't think you do left side first, but...
Who does left side first when they're go -1?
No.
Oh, yeah, this is... I mean, yes, no one likes diving hookless swamp, but it's... 1, 2, 6
I think it's
checks.
better. I think it's better than doing this pod dip when you know you're almost certainly going to have to triple dip it.
Yeah, I mean, he's going in for 3 chests, and swamp would be 6. And that's
Actually, that's good point from Alison. If there is a bow here, it's actually atrocious for aurabot because then Aura just goes straight to GT.
Well, I mean, he'll do Eastern, but that won't help.
Well, yeah.
Hey.
That's PR4. Hey, look, we're back in Logic. We did it.
Yay! Bow and lava chest confirmed.
All right. Well, it wasn't swamp. Hey, nice boots. All right. Zaph is...
Oh, green pendant turn in?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Hey!
Yeah. So it was swamp all along. All right, that is go mode for Zaph.
Okay. Also makes it extremely unlikely we get silvers unless they just happen to be upstairs in GT and
or on one of the bosses we have to kill.
Right. Right, could be Helma or Armos. But yeah, I mean, the bow was a bit trolly, but all told, this wasn't that bad a seed. I mean, okay, hook wasn't great.
Yeah, so yeah. Doesn't love a good hook shot in front of swamp.
And now Aura's gonna get the hook shot.
Yeah, a little too late, unfortunately. It's a little too far of a lead at this point for, and there's no decision points left in the seed to have any real catch-up time.
Right. Well, I mean, Zaph still needs to do the back of Thieves, but that only takes a few minutes.
Yeah. Yep. There it is. I think, yeah, skipping that Stealthos basement chest in pod was... I mean, that's wasted a bunch of time for aurabot, because I think if Aura checks it the first time they're in pod, they probably don't go to pod there, and instead go straight to swamp.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's no guarantee Aura does immediately turn in the green pendant. He could go to right side desert.
That's true, which is a reasonable play, I think. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with that choice either.
Maybe that's where the other bow is.
Maybe.
Hey,
Oh, we
mandatory
got a shield.
shield!
All right, 2 more dungeons for Zaph, and then GC.
Yeah, Eastern and Thieves are just annoying to get to the boss in when you've already cleared out the front.
Yeah, we'll see if Aura decides to. I mean, maybe if Aura feels bad about that hook shot, maybe opts to just bail out on left side here, but probably not. It's tough. There's like what 5 checks left in the game or whatever that you haven't done, and 2 of them are in here.
Yeah, theoretically, if Aura went straight to Saha now, it would still be back of Pod versus back of Thieves, and back of Thieves is definitely shorter.
Well, Aura would also just be Eastern.
Oh, right, in Eastern, right.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah,
not
going back in
surprisingly,
for Swamp, yeah, it's super reasonable.
Right. I mean, it's 2 checks. You're right here. Zaph did it too. You get your TR4.
You sure do.
Oh, Zaph doing GT before Thieves. A little bit surprised by this.
I don't understand this at all.
Yeah, I mean, because
this
then
makes
you wind up on
no sense.
Yeah, you wind up on Pyramid. You have to mirror, flute, portal. Please tell me you're not looking for Thieves Small just to put it in logic.
I wonder if Zaph just brain farted and thinks he has Steve's Town done already. Trying to get Thieves Town Small so he can skip the skull. Wow, big brain.
The Galaxy brain play. We love you, Zaph.
Well, we'll find out if he drops into Ganon after GT and gets
Even better, maybe he'll have wax in his ears.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen people in major races get as far as Ganon asking them if they have wax in their ears.
I mean, it's usually Agate Tower is the one you forget, though, not Thieves Town, but, you know, first time for everything.
Okay, where's R going to? Yeah, desert right.
Yeah, I think this is totally reasonable.
I guess it's faster to use the book than to portal twice. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is faster. question is, does Zaph know how to do silverless cannon?
I'm not sure. Would be really funny if the other bow's here in desert. Nerp.
GG's small. Okay.
Logically
All right. I mean,
required.
yeah, Origami has one more reasonable check left at this point. So.
Okay, so this is finally going to be ours go mode, nearly 10 minutes after Zaph's. He's not 10 minutes behind because he does have Thieves done, but he's a lot more behind than the amount of time it'll take Zaph to do the back of Thieves.
I don't know. Have you seen this gauntlet so far? I mean,
Not a bad Lambo fight.
not a good Lambo fight. Well, he's got one arrow, so hopefully he doesn't find silvers. Okay.
But he's looking.
Oh,
more
wow.
arrows.
Bailed out. Unbelievable. I mean, silvers are probably just in the basement.
Yeah. I have
That's
seen them
1,000
in
rupees.
Moldorm chest. Ah, well.
All right, one Aga fight, and then hopefully Zaph remembers that he has to be down.
Do we want to bet?
I feel like at this point he has to have realized. This is really looking for a boomerang.
So I just checked. Aurabot was seed number 120 out of 128 in the group, so to take it as far as a tiebreaker is pretty nice. First main tournament, too.
Yeah. Yeah, going 3-3 in groups and having a tiebreaker match. Oh, I don't like that.
What the heck was that?
Okay. Zaph remembers.
Alison is sorely disappointed in chat.
How many chests does Zaph open in Thieves Town here?
Probably.
Did he open both?
Yeah, I mean, he's looking for silvers. I think he will continue to check. Like, you don't go to the trouble of doing the right chest in Mini Helma and then not do Thieves' Attic or
I
Bonus
don't think
Chest.
I do any of those chests. I don't want. I don't want to risk a text box in this mode.
I'm just saying, he did right side chest in Mini Helma room. That's all we need to know. So R's basically gonna be a mountain climb and GT climb behind.
Yeah. Wow, it doesn't even open the attic chest. Unbelievable.
Zaph.
Well, it's not in logic, you know. He doesn't want to open it out of logic.
Hey, he never got his 4th GT small to put the upstairs of GT. I mean,
Well.
I guess that's only post Moldorm chests, so Mini Helma chests were in logic.
There's Hora's last dungeon.
Yeah, not bad. Zaph should probably sub 150.
Yeah, should being the key there.
Just barely if he does everything cleanly. Fire Rod and half magic, so phase 4 shouldn't be too bad.
All right, wind down. Zaph officially. Oh well, you should probably check this big key first.
By the way, we have not yet shouted out our trackers, Darek, Sharna, and Keaton, who have been fearlessly tracking away this whole time.
Yes. Also, we don't know that we took the time to shout out the runners either, so we should probably do that before this ends. Oh, it's already in chat. I was about to press the buttons, but you also press the buttons.
Beat you to it. Of course, that's not the actual channel Zaph streams from, it's just the channel he chats from.
Nice potion use on Gan there.
I mean, I guess he's streaming from it right now for the race, but most of the time he streams some Zaphikel hauls.
He's streaming Zaphikel right now.
Oh, is he? And he
Yeah.
listed that. Okay. Well, that's his choice to list that as the channel to follow.
Oh man, Gannon's making sure we don't get the sub 150. There we go.
Sub 150 after all, unless Zaphikel
Well,
takes
hold
a
on.
dive
Yeah,
off
hold
the
on.
ledge. I said unless he takes a dive off the ledge.
All right,
There we
there
go.
we go. Now it's official. Zaph finishes in first place with a time of 1:49.26, and will be the final member of the brackets.
So he will face, what, Schultzer, I think?
He will face Homemade Beer.
Oh, homemade beer, okay. And R is not going to bother finishing the climb. Don't blame him, so let's try to get both of them in here.
Yeah, GG's to Aura as well.
I'll send out the invites. Hopefully they can join us. Okay, there's R in the waiting room. And we are joined by aurabot GG.
GG's.
Hey, you made a nice go of it.
Yeah, that was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Honestly, if you had gone to Swamp right after doing Hera Basement and Spike Cave, it would have been really close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a bit of a coin flip between, I think Potted Swamp I had available. I was just really didn't want to do Swamp without the hook shot.
But it was 6 chests anyway, even if the hookshot hadn't been there.
Yeah, I think it probably was the correct play.
Yeah, well. But no, for first-time tournament and coming in as the 120th seed, getting this far was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still surprised I qualified at all for the group stage, so getting to make it to a tiebreaker and all this has been great.
Yeah, it was a real tight group overall, so this is an interesting one to watch.
We were one game away from the 4-way tie.
Oh, I know. I was keeping my eye on that. Next year we'll get it. I almost had it the year prior. Me and GFE's group almost had it last year. This year, your group almost had it. We'll get there someday.
It was a great group in any case. Really
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed seeing all of you race. Kind of wondering if Zap's going to join us.
Zap just doesn't want to talk to me.
Clearly. I mean, I know you guys got to chat a bit in the race time.
Yeah, I mean, so was there anything in the obviously the hook shot was kind of like, but was there anything else that you felt like threw you off or you were struggling with, or, I mean, it didn't seem like it was too bad otherwise.
No, it felt surprisingly smooth. I felt good finding the mirror early. It seemed to be going quite well. Hey, Zaphikel, see you joined.
GG's, sorry. Had the whole streamer OBS thing, so I didn't notice that I got a DM from SpeedGaming bot. Sorry, y'all.
Well, glad to have you now. You disappointed your mentor Alisun by doing GT before the back of Thieves. Or rather, but by then actually remembering to do Thieves and not diving into Ganon after GT.
Okay, so there was some modicum of, I forgot Thieves at one point, and, genuinely forgot because of the whole flippers into, that whole thing. So I'm like, oh yeah, one of these strips I can do Thieves. Wait a second, oops, I forgot to do Thieves. Oh, well. Which is almost why I like blind cell out of like morbid curiosity because I was like, well, haha, maybe here's some like goofy logic that I missed. I don't understand how the hook shot locked actually nothing. When I pulled the hammer,
It's not true. It locked the bow.
Sorry. In
It
that entire
logically locks
mid-game
GT Big
sequence.
Key.
Yes, sorry. In that mid-game sequence of nonsense, how the hook shot in all of that locked nothing, and then the hammer showed up, and I was like, oh. And
Yeah,
that
you
didn't
were
feel
a
good.
lot later to the hammer in the mirror, but didn't wind up costing you.
A lot. I mean, okay, so let's rewind. Or GG's.
Peace.
Sorry, we got on a whole ass tangent, and that one doesn't even count. It's been yesterday. I get at least 10 speed gaming. See my tab. I guess I could see the mirror super early. I imagine, Gil, you were probably upsetty spaghetti because I know that you have a penchant for like going.
I was upsetty spaghetti about everything you were doing earlier.
Cool. All right, run it by me.
Yeah. Just I like you. I kept. Yeah, I would have done Hyrule Castle way earlier. Or I did it like right after Kakariko and getting that sword, which is when I like to do it. And then I don't know. You can watch back the brief stream. There's a lot of good insights.
Sure. I mean, the thing is that like you get CT1, and I did the whole sweep because like it, finding something that's not Mid's Dark World access in any mode is, I don't know, makes the game way more enjoyable because Mid's Dark World access is a scourge upon the earth. So like, I didn't think that the route before actually getting to Hyrule Castle and everything was of any real consequence. Getting the mirror late was like, oh, that's funny. But I also suspect that was the reason why like Aura last locates the hook shot, and I have feelings about the hammer. But that was trying to then find a good way to like cut the route and just make it over to pod without any sort of number of pod keys. I think for a while I only had 2, and that was why I kept really holding out, if I'm being honest. The mid-game just felt weird, and I'm sure that for some people it had a lot more clarity, but also forgetting Thieves existed for like a good 20 seconds, and then realizing, oh, that's it, I'm going back later. So, yeah. I almost wondered if Aura would have actually somehow made it to do all of the GT basement before finding Hookshot. That was also interesting.
Potentially, it was almost possible.
Yeah,
but luckily, the only bow was hookshot locked. So
yeah, that like until that bow shot up, I was like, maybe those were like the worry that I had was blind sells a bow. Aura is in Swamp Small, I guess, and then Hookshot, but then finds that whole sequence, and that's a bit of like just nausea. So yeah, I don't know.
What's the other bow? Did you find it?
Oh hell no, absolutely not.
It was in the basement.
I'm sure it was
somewhere.
In the basement.
I mean, Ganon specifically said it was somewhere in the basement, but
Well, Ganon said his tower, and Zaph did all the upstairs checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking for the Thief's Town Small so he could stay in logic.
Oh yeah. Also, at that point to skip. No meme at that point. I'm like, oh, I have Thieves. Maybe if I can find this, I'll just skip going to the pot.
Oh, are you serious?
100%. 100%.
Allison joked about that in chat. That's why you were waiting on Thief's Town.
At that point, yeah, why not? If I find the Thief Small, I save me a dash line or two. Like, I'm not kidding. I forgot about it, and at the point that I remembered it, it was like, too late. That's it. That's all. It's too late. I can't go back for it.
Oh man, that's great. I love it.
Yeah, this was definitely sweatier. Like, I wasn't sure with Aura's route if you would have gotten like either Slick to one trip Meyer, because I 2-tripped it stupidly, because haha, Samaria on Catfish, or like where things were, like how things would have fallen for you, because like that middle game was weird. Like what happened to you after CT2. Tell me about what happened with you.
Yeah, I think I did the same as you. I think I did Castle Tower, mirrored, went to Mire, and cleared out Mire. And I think it was in Mire. I save and quit, and accidentally, because I do this every time, after doing Aghanim, you warp to the top of the pyramid and realize, oh, that's not Link's house. Went, oh wait, this is close to Pod. I can go do Pod. And I think that's what I went to Pod and got the hammer. And then did the same thing to go to whenever I had the flippers to do Catfish and the Zora in one trip, where I got Samaria, and then started cleaning up dungeons.
Yeah. That felt silly of missing. Like getting the flippers later than I feel like, because I always waffle on if that peak is worth it, and I feel like if I had seen the flippers, that would have maybe changed a couple small bits of silliness, but it is what it is. But yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because I did Mire and Desert together because I had the mirror.
Yeah.
So that's when I picked up the flippers.
Oh yeah, no. I mean I got so to circle back just a quick second. I did the whole Dark World loop, got CT2, and then got Mirror. And I knew of the big key on Zora Ledge, so it was like, okay, well, what do I like? How do I resolve this in a way that makes any bit of sense? And I kind of shot myself in the foot here because I flew to 6, and then I'm like, wait, I should have like, let me just save the old man. Let me do one thing, and I kind of like got pulled in a stupid direction because like one, if the Hera big key is just sitting there, then I've wasted considerable time. But I was maybe hoping just to spike anything extra for that whole Desert Mire bit. But yeah, I don't know. I probably should not have played the video game today, but here we are, and we have done the thing. So,
and you won, and you're in bracket now.
Yeah, no, great. Thank you, firstly, but also, you definitely made this group sweaty. Like, you getting open wins on me and on Jamo, firstly, like, holy moly, well played. Also, secondly, you in particular have made what I thought was going to be a, okay, haha, comfy group stage into the sweatiest 3 weeks of rando I've played. So honestly, like, hats off to you. And with everything these past 2 weeks of, like, waiting for the group to resolve, this was really fun. It was really just fun group in general, but I mean, GG's for our, I guess, our inadvertent best of 3. So
yeah, thank you. And yeah, I like that we did get to do all 3 modes one time. So.
Yeah,
it was a great time. Hadn't been in the main tournament before. Had a great time. Had a great time with everyone in our group.
nice.
It was lovely all around.
Well, that's what you love to hear. Imagine enjoying this game.
I hate the game, but the people do. Honestly, I don't hate the game. The people have made this game delightful for such a long time, and like main tournament is always one of those weird, like, so many people come out of the woodwork, and you get to interact with folks. Like, you get to do comms, you get to, like, you know, this is a really fun bit of time in the community where lots of people come together that you probably haven't seen either since like League or anything else, and which is League being my other sort of like favorite season of rando. So it's, yeah, I mean, like the modes, whatever, like I've certainly spoken my piece to several admins about what in tarnation did y'all do, but like that doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, it brings a lot of really fun people to play the game, and then they go back to their holes for another 9 months. So
All right, and that's it. The group stage is now officially over. We'll have a bracket out soon, TM.
yeah.
And then bracket stage will begin next week. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Should be fun. Been a while since we've had one of these.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry to everyone that was waiting on our game. I almost was like, oh, I'm not feeling super great today. I'm gonna push it back. And I realized the angry DMs I would have got from a lot of people.
Listen, I carved my entire schedule out so I could calm this, so...
Wow. I
Not
don't know
really.
how to feel. I was like, I don't believe that's true. I was like, I don't think you hate me that much. But if you do, that's a level of spite that I am glad that I've earned.
No. Yeah, you have to really work for that level of spite.
Oof. All right. Well, I know what I'm doing next. Dear diary.
Wow. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us here tonight. Again, GG's to both players. Congrats to Zaph on making brackets, and GG's Orbot on your run this year. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to our trackers, Dirac and Keaton, for keeping track. I guess that's. Yep. It's getting late here, and I'm getting tired. So, Drosy, you want to finish this?
Yeah. Well, I'm also tired. Let's take a quick look at the schedule to see if there's anything coming up tonight that we can get you over to. Nope, this is the only thing left tonight. So, I guess we'll just sign off. Make sure to follow the runners, the SpeedGaming family of channels. Check out the schedule. We'll post that
Keep
in
an
the chat
eye
here.
for next week is when brackets will start. So keep an eye on the schedule for when matches start going up for that.
Yeah, which should be pretty soon because the bracket's now finalized with this having been played. So runners will start to schedule with their opponents. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And Gil, I'm glad we could do this together finally.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, well, it was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Okay, and with that, have a good night, everyone.